March 22, and it's about 10:48 a.m. Pacific time. And we got a brand new account we're going to be playing with. And we have about $247 to play with. And our goal is to reach to 1,000 first. And in order for us to reach to this goal, we're going to, the best way to get there fast is by playing options. We could buy some stock and hold, but that takes a long time, and it's more of a long term. But today, I'm going to show you what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be buying a put option on the SP 500, which is the index. As you can see, all morning, the SPY has just been going up. And something I like about the SP 500, ticker SPY, is that it never goes past 397. That's the highest I seen it, and that was last week. But normally it tends, once it hits 394, it'll trend just a little bit more, and then it'll just drop. It always drops. And it never fails. It never passes 397 or 400. I never seen it. Now, I'm not saying it's not possible, but it's it's something I've just been following for a while, and SPY has not hit 400. So since it's all morning, it's been going up. I'm gonna predict that the price is gonna go down. Okay, so right now, as you can see, it went up $3.78, which is 97%, just this morning. And now my prediction is that it's gonna go back down. Now, if you've been following or you know anything about the SP 500, you will see that when it tends to drop, it goes down to at least 380. This is March 15, it was at 396. Let me see here. March 19, it was at 389. So even if it drops $3, we'll make some decent money. So that's what we want. We want it to drop to at least 390, and where we could at least double our money and keep using that to reach our $1,000 goal. So now let's go ahead and click trade. And the first thing we want to do is change the expiration date. We don't want it to be March 24th, which is just 2 days. So we want to extend that to give us the higher percentage that we're going to reach our goal. Okay, so for example, let's go ahead and change it to March 29th, which gives us about a week and a half. So our prediction is that within 2 weeks, or remember, right now it's March 22, that in a couple of days is going to, a week and a half. All right, so this is where we are right now, that we're going to go by next week, which is next Monday. So next Monday is what we're planning to do here. Well, let me see here. For expiration March 29th at 298. What happens if we change it to March 31st? I want to see if there's a huge difference. So yeah, there is actually a huge difference. So if I was to buy this one, it's $350 versus if I buy this one, where are we? And if we were to do 393, it's $300. So I can see the further out you go, the more expensive the cost become. Let me see. Let's just try April 1st. So this contract, if we buy one contract, will cost us $376. Obviously, the shorter the date time frame, like March 24th, the cheaper it gets, because obviously you only have 2 days. Like for example, if we were to do this one, it only costs us $193. Now, these ones are very good for the fact that chances are that it might hit it. Even though it's March 22. All right, so what we want to do now is we want to buy a put, remember, because we're predicting it's going to go back down. So I'm going to go buy a put. Let me see if the price changes. All right, perfect. So like, for example, see how it got a little bit cheaper here, which is exactly what I wanted. So, but remember, this is March 24, so we have only 2 days for it to go down. That's why the price is a lot cheaper, but we want at least some cushion on here. So we're gonna go, if we go March 26th, that's only till Friday, so we have 5 days for it to drop down to 393. But since we're gonna do a swing trade, meaning that we're gonna just, as soon as we hit our strike price, we're gonna sell for profit and just continue this trend. But let me see here. You know what? Just to play it safe, the percentage of this hitting 393 is 50%. At least this gives us some cushion that will drop this much by March 29, which is let me see, right now it's March 22, so it will give us until next week. So we have a whole week for it to drop 29 cents. So we're gonna go ahead and buy this one and see if we have enough buying power. Actually, we don't have enough buying power. We have 247. We're just gonna select this one. That's gonna drop to 390. That's gonna drop to 392 by next week. So the contract right now is at $2.31 times 100. It's gonna be 230. Let me just change this to April 1st just to see how much that will cost. So it'll go up to 40. Alright, so April 1st. Alright, so we'll just stick to March 29. So that gives us at least 5 days for it to drop. Now we could go further down. Like right now, the share price is at 393. So now, if I could go here to 391, obviously we only pay $200 versus the 230. But remember, now it has to drop. It has to drop a couple of dollars now for us to hit our strike price. I'm just gonna buy this one, and if it goes below that, then we'll still make some money, and we give us a week for it to drop to 390, at least $1.23 or 28. So let's go do this. All right, as I continue to analyze this, I'm just trying to figure out what will be the best for us. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a debit spread. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna predict that the price is gonna drop to 392, and we're also gonna do a sell at 391. Okay, so you just saw what I did. So I bought a put, and I'm selling a put. So this is called a debit spread. If you watch some of my previous videos, you know this is a good way to get into options and pay a lot less. Obviously, the caps are a lot, the profits are a lot lower for the fact that you're just gonna sell. But at least this kind of secures you in a way where you don't spend as much. But I'm gonna see what happens here. I'm gonna hit continue, and as you can see, if I buy one contract, it's gonna be $32. So we're gonna bump that up to. If we buy 5, it'll be 160. So let me see here. We have 247 to play with. So yeah, we're gonna buy this. All right. So we're gonna buy this one for. Maybe we could get one more. Well, that's 264. Okay, we can't. All right. So we're just gonna buy this one for. We're gonna buy 7 contracts. That the price is gonna go down to 392 by March 29. Okay. Review. Excellent. All right, so there you guys seen it. I went ahead and placed my order, and let me see if all right. So my order has been placed. We just have to wait for it to be executed. All right, so as you can see here, my order has been placed, and normally it takes like a couple minutes for it to kick in. Now, if for whatever reason it's not filled, then Robinhood will cancel it. But I'm just gonna refresh. Sometimes it just kicks in right away. All right, it hasn't yet, but I mean it took our money from our buying power. So as soon as that kicks in, so hopefully, if you guys want to follow me on this one, see if I make some money. We bought the SPY, so make sure that's all for today. So make sure you hit the like button and the subscribe button as I continue this journey to $1,000.